is Lola Shay from the Lola Shay Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXIS Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Get behind enemy lines with WIZZ and Gatekeeper on IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. They didn't come to play with y'all. Let's get it.
And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't want. But getting on, girl, I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes. I don't know how to say, girl.
What's the best way to tell you I love you without falling flat? More flowers and cards, you gotta tell that. More trips off the coast, maybe with a toast. You see I'm putting in time, really need to vote. Head full of these words, only wanna vote. Choose you over the gold, that's an end quote. What I don't say, I attempt to show. On a journey through night, I'm guided by your glow. So blessed when you check yes over no. Have a question how I'm feeling, ain't no letting go. Sit on my world, you a living pearl. Say it to the world, like I do to you. When I can't find the words, it be getting tough. You put a hold on the time when I get a touch. Get your mind out the gutter, I don't mean that. On this page I write facts and I know that.
It's been a while since I told you I love you. And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't want. Forgetting on, girl, I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know.
Yes. Welcome back. I am the Gatekeeper. This is my partner in crime.
What up, WIZZ? What's going on?
And if you tuned in right now, first and foremost, we want to say thank you. Happy New Year. You don't have to adjust your screen. We are the greatest, the number one network in the world.
Yes.
IAXIS Radio and the number one podcast in the world. I said it, WIZZ. You know what it's called? Behind the Enemy Lines, a podcast where we talk about relations for the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies.
And I'm going to say something.
Go ahead, say something.
It's time to line up.
Line up, all right? That's what WIZZ going to let you know. Line up. Tell them where they can find us, WIZZ.
Yo, you can find us on the iAXIS app, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You have no excuse. You can go to Google Play. You can go to the Apple Store. Get it. Download it. Y'all can see us.
Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what episode this is?
99.
99. So, of course.
They said there's probably be a problem.
Of course. So, you knew we were going to have 99 problems before we came on.
But we still here.
But we still here. And that's called adversity, okay? You got to work through adversity,
That's
okay?
right.
To get through some things in life and to get to where you got to go. So, they say if it's not adverse situations, then it usually ain't going to be good, all right? Because, you know, them diamonds come from the pressure that's being built.
Right.
So, we want to give a big shout out to Al Williams for everything he's doing in the background to make sure that this network is up and running and everything is clicking like it's supposed to be. The voice is making it do what it do. So, we want to thank y'all. We're going to give y'all a little late night edition tonight. Can we do that? Can you give them a late night edition?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Like my man Wiz said, line up, all right? Go tag 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people, 100 people,
tag my
okay?
followers.
100 people. Tag them. Let them know we about to go viral, okay? The topic, we ain't going to get to it right now, but I'm going to take it back. Hopscotch. I'm going to just say that. Hopscotch, Al. WIZZ and the network. Hopscotch. See, they tell you, a lot of times we think that things are happening by accident, but we really being programmed from the beginning, all right? So, you know, that was the girls' game. Dude, what was the rules and the purpose of playing hopscotch?
Well, you gotta catch it.
No, I think the girls had to take their little piece and they threw it whatever it was, right? And then they had to hop on it without stepping on the boxes, right? But notice they have 1 square, 2 square, 1 square, 2 square. So I started thinking about it. This is why women can't be right in these relationships, right? I'll just say right in these relationships. You know why? Commitment. 2026, we're going to talk about committing. Are you struggling in your relationship because you playing hopscotch? You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Huh? Can you not have a successful relationship? But we're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen. Hopscotch. 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So imagine you being the piece. You the man. She throwing you around. If you land on one, you ain't going to get no commitment, brother.
Oh, again.
I'm just saying, we're going to get to it, all right? So we're going to move around. The times a little bit different. So listen, about 7:40, we're going to go to the wild card. We're going to have the wild card. And the wild card is a segment where, hey, if you guys want to talk about something that we're not talking about, we can do that. And if you don't have one, I kind of got one for y'all, and I'm going to get to it, okay? At what age should we give up on a partner? And I got a story to go with that. I was going to bring the video, but once I talk about it, if y'all want to get to that, I'll tell y'all where to go find the video. Y'all going to check it out. It's a crazy video, okay? That's the wild card. 7:40, okay? 7:55, we're going to go to the pressure check. The pressure check is when we call somebody that's in the Rolodex, all right? And we ask them, do y'all remember that game, Hopscotch? You know, Shorty was just trying to learn how to jump around. She learned how to dodge you. You remember that? So we got somebody in the Rolodex. We're going to call them up and see what's going on. Shout out to Vocals by Jamel. She's in the building. She said, y'all are on. Yay. That's right, baby.
right.
We make sure the power's on, right? I ain't going to take no shots. I don't want no problems.
No,
I didn't mean that
no,
like
no,
that. I didn't mean that
no,
like that. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like, I ain't got no problems with nobody, right? Shout out to King of Paddles. He's in the building, all right?
What up?
And then at 8:15, we're going to have the wild card, okay? We got D-Chorus in the building, all right, with a new song. So make sure y'all come and check them out, all right? Make sure y'all do that. Stay tuned. Tag somebody. Wait till I get into it. It's going to be a great topic because, you know, what's that show that came on a while back on Netflix when they was playing the kid games to survive? What they call that?
Which one?
When they was playing like hide and go seek and Squid Game. So imagine, you know, you learning this stuff since you were a kid and you think it's a game, but they really programming you to live out live situations as you get older through the games you play. And that's really what's happening, all right? You play Monopoly. If you learned how to play Monopoly well, you're probably pretty good at financial things and money right now.
Getting Boardwalk and Park Place.
You know what it is. Don't go by New York. New York ain't bringing you no money. You know what I'm saying? Get a rest state. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to get into that topic real quick, and we're going to have some fun. Once again, if you want to call in, 914-719-6917. That is the number.
Give them again.
Make sure you call us if you want to talk about what's going on. 914-719-6917. Shout out to God Jazzy in the building. Say hi, nephew.
Up?
We love y'all. We appreciate all of y'all for being tuned in with us. Uncle Guy, I wasn't able to make the meal event this morning. I had something else going on, but I do want to share that. So put it in the chat. So next month, if we have it, we can invite some other males. They do an all male breakfast in Long Island, usually once a month, for the men to just come out and eat. No, it's called Furthering Fathers. That's what it's called. Furthering Fathers is the name of it. So Uncle Guy, put it in the chat. I wanted to ask you last night if you can expand it to more people, but I just had a lot going on. So I want to commend, you know what I'm saying, Jeremy Maynard and those guys that's doing that out there in Long Island. It's a beautiful thing. Come, you know what I'm saying, eat some breakfast and, you know, get some knowledge from older men, man. And just men, period. You know, it's just a safe space, another safe space that we're building, all right? So with that being said, like I said, you know, stick around with us. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple sponsors we want to thank for always being in the building and supporting us. All right, first off, Voice to Life Tea. It's not up here because WIZZ is hiding stuff for the 99th episode. You know, he ain't got the helmet up here. Where's your slacking, right? Voice to Life Tea by Vocals by Jamel. Make sure y'all go and get some of that. It's good for drinking. It's good for arguing. It's good for cutting out a Cowboys fan, all right? So if you're really a New Yorker, you need this in your cabinet. And it's great for singing. She's a vocal coach.
That's right.
So make sure y'all go and check her out. Voice to Life Tea. You can order yours right now. Do not hesitate, ladies and gentlemen. Go and get you some. All right. Also, we got Metal Mastermind. All right. Shout out to Ken Candelas. You know what I'm saying? They specialize in rock. You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll, you know, metal music, you know what I'm saying? That might be different. So let me not step on their toes. I don't want no trouble. They specialize in metal music, but they got the ear for all sounds and everything that's engineering. Make sure you go check out Ken Cadellas. He's on Instagram and Facebook. He's a teacher, really, really good when it comes to this ear of music and just engineering music. Just go check him out, man. Make sure y'all download the IAXISRADIO app right now. It's available. Listen, it's going to have all the latest new podcasts. On top of that, it's going to have all the latest real music, all right? From real DJs.
Yes.
Real
Shout
DJs. All right, welcome. Shout out, welcome. All right. Also, we got another one I want to shout out. The Power for Our Movies out right now. D-Chorus, you know what I'm saying? Power for Your Hour, you know what I'm saying, .org. Make sure y'all go and download that, you know what I'm saying? It's a brand new movie, brand new app, and you guys can check that out, rent the movie. Why he wearing that Cowboys, but it's a playoff time, and they not there. You know how they do. They wear it because they know they're not going to the playoffs, right?
So I rep my team all year, so it don't matter.
We're going to share the link in the video. Power for the Hour, D-Chorus, independent movie. Make sure y'all go and check it out, all right? You can rent the movie on the website, pass on the word, all right? This is Chucky's cut for D-Cross as well, crowd.live. Listen, that's happening at about 8:15, so stay locked and loaded, and you vote to keep a kill, all right? There is the Power for the Hour, you know what I'm saying, logo, dope. Go check it out, Your Second Chance. He also has a book as well, so there is the app right there, or the link for the website, Power for the hour.org. Go and download the movie, share the word, learn something new, expand your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do with that. But I'm not going to lie, Wiz, man. How you feeling? It's 2026. I ain't seen you in a while. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year. Love you to life.
I love you too, man.
I love you to life, bro.
I love you.
Man, I'm getting screamed on, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some youngins that is classifying me because I told another grown man that I love him. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I'd rather tell you that I love you while you alive, you know what I'm saying, instead of when you're not here and you got to say goodbye to others. You know what I mean?
I want to give you the flowers to be God.
I appreciate it.
It could be a forest. It could be a
all
forest.
my kings out there, I love y'all to life. Y'all know who y'all are. Continue to do what you're doing. There's a young man that's doing a movement right now, you know what I'm saying, that is really dope. I want y'all to go check him out on Instagram. It's called Father Speak Up. Go check him out on Instagram.
Yeah.
He just started a movement where he's not trying to push women out of the lives of kids, but he's trying to fight to get equal rights for men in their kids' lives. You know what I mean? He did a couple marches at the local child support buildings and in the Bronx. I missed it this week, and I just had hella stuff to do. Royalty Portraits, Be by Royalty. Yeah, see, check out Reggie Humphreys as well. Put that in a good job. But Father Speak Up, I think that's a dope movement that he's doing. He's being held away from his son. I would love to get the full story. So I'm just telling you some of the story. Shout out to Jose Rivera and the building, Extremities ENT.
Extremities.
I don't know the full story, so I'm not going to bring you all the details. But from what I saw, just what I saw on Instagram and Facebook, you know what I'm saying? He's been trying to go through child support so he can see his son, and he hasn't been able to see his son, or he's now starting to get supervised visits, but he feels that, you know, there's a better way for fathers to have just as much right as the mothers, you know what I'm saying, in this movement. And I'm happy to support that because more men need to be, you know, in their fathers, as father be in their children's lives. It's very important. It's very important. We was talking behind the scenes a minute ago, and we said it's crazy how us men that didn't have fathers, we grew up silent and wanted to be something more. And it's crazy that the kids that have fathers, you know, stay out here low with the ski mask on.
Yes.
So we definitely got to do some more work. But we're not here to fight against the mothers, but we don't have to be together for us to be good co-parents. And I think that's his message, and it's a strong message, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and his moving in the Bronx. He was in Queens at one point, so at some points I hope we cross paths. Once again, that's Fathers Speak Up. And there's one more, heavy thing that we got to talk about before we get into what we talk about. Behind the Enemy Lines of podcast, we talking about relationship for the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was hard for me to just focus on relationship topics when there's so much going on in the real world. And I'm talking about Minnesota. You know what happened in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
If this young lady doesn't get a street name faster than the other guy got hit for being a political talker, then we got a lot of things we need to iron out in this world. And I think it's time that we open our eyes to what's going on. We really got to start paying attention and be boots on the grounds when things happen. I just want to send out my condolences to the family. We've all been seeing the videos over and over. And like I said, I know we're not really a political podcast like that, but we are still humans, and to see people getting hit like that by the government or the agencies that are working for us to protect us, is a real scary thing, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to take a moment of silence before we move on. Happy New Year. I'm sorry for being late. I think Behind Enemy Lines for my gift card. Love you guys. No problem. We all was a little bit late today, so we all right on, as the Lord would say, we right on time, right, Wiz?
That's right.
We right on time. We not late. We right on time. Shout out to Davon Franklin in the building. Make sure y'all check out Community Megabytes.
Yes.
Dope episode, dope show. Donnie Ross got something dropping real soon, so make sure y'all stay in tune with that. So I just wanted to give a moment of silence before we move on to our topic. Hopscotch. Emma know about playing hopscotch. She used to be hopscotch. You know what I'm saying? The board is out here. We the board. The people are the pieces. So whether you're male or female, and then when you toss that piece, whatever square it lands on. I mean, you've got to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, tell us what you know about hopscotch and when do you put both feet in? You know what I mean? And when you get both feet in, what does that mean? When does the game end? And how does that transition into what we talk about relationships? Do you have 1 foot in and 1 foot out? Are you going into 2026 with 1 foot in and 1 foot out and then expecting a positive outcome in your relationship? Huh? Y'all ladies, we want to know. Even if it's us, we want to know. No, because we used to watch the girls play hopscotch. I ain't going to lie. When they left the board, I hopped on the board a couple of times. I didn't know what I was doing. You never hopped on the hopscotch? Gentlemen, keep it 100. For the guys that's my age, 45 and a little bit old, y'all never tried hopscotch when girls wasn't around? I didn't toss things. I did hop on board. I'm keep 100. Wiz, you never. See, Al, he don't want to tell the truth, Al. This is why the Cowboys we know we did. We was really outside. We tried everything. Nobody played the game that was relevant. After we played because the hopscotch board, we was right behind. He was over. Even when we was balling the girls, take a stick, kicking it off. But we jumped. We did. We had full-fledged guys doing double.
Double.
I wasn't good at. I wasn't one of those guys. I wasn't one of those guys. No, I wasn't gonna do no one. I was good.
Some of them had extension like that. When we didn't have
most of us had extension or whatever. So I said, "Guys, 1 foot in, 1 foot out." You know what I mean? And is that the problem you have in the relationship? So a lot of people using that word peace. You know what I mean? I don't want to disturb my peace. Is that an excuse for not committing to making the changes you need to have? Is that peace 1 foot? Is it 1 foot?
I think it's both.
1 foot. Is that peace? Another word for I really deal with my trauma. Is that peace really that? Is that 1 foot in or 1 foot out?
I'm saying I don't want to. This is like I don't know. They may have it feeding with the door.
But see, I look how you even said the door. I think people are dating with closed. Anyway, open. They never have an intent for you to get through the door. At all. Are you going into 2026 with the same thought process that you had before? And I got some questions that's going to address that. So that's going to be our topic. So partner out there. No, you're giving them 1 foot or 2 foot. I just want to know. 1 foot or 2
Yeah.
1 foot or 2 foot. And if you that person that's out there dating and looking for a relationship, you know, how long does it take for you to want to give a commitment? And are you gonna go out looking for that in a relationship? Because everybody's protecting, but nobody's protecting the nation. When the last time you heard somebody talking about protecting their relationship? Ladies, come on to the congregation. It's quiet. Be quiet. 2022. What you mean? They talk about not looking?
Well, I'm saying if someone hide it, if it's like that, that's how they protected some. I'm saying if you want to impose, get that advice, you know. And sometimes, you know, some advice could become this of their relationship, or somebody's genuine.
Listen, man, you only have 2 feet down where there are 2 numbers on you. Play till you win. You can't hit the line on board. So what that means, at one part in the relationship, you know what I'm saying, you have 2 feet in.
Yeah, we want to know.
What part of the relationship you have 2 feet in? You know, it's usually not that. Is it 30-day period? 90-day period? Is it something got to be said? You know, you got to find out how long I got to wait for some commitment. It's going to get to that. I got the whole breakdown for what a commitment is. Because a lot of people don't even know what commitment is. You know, hold on. You know, this thing I'm playing. I ain't playing one today. Episode 99, I'm playing one today. It's 99. It's somewhere around here. But
graduated to the Q cards.
I ain't going to go to the Q cards, man. I got some questions. But everybody, you know, another thing when everybody's talking about they healed, right? You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, I'm so healed. I'm so fixed. I'm so right. Then, why could you?
That's really a good question.
I'm asking good. If you so healed, why are you still all alone?
All alone.
All alone.
You know
what I mean?
Because they got their foot. They put 1 foot in. They
put your right foot down. You put your left foot in.
And
Shake it all about. They doing the hokey pokey on us.
Yeah, so why you doing
now, fella, if y'all out doing hokey pokey, we don't know why you doing hokey pokey. Is it because the culture of the women? Is it because I thought it was one woman. I'm starting to think, is it the new American culture of the women trying to be the apex, the women trying to be the head and forget what the man. I got it right here. I got. You know what? I'm gonna bring it right on up. We ain't go this. We ain't go because they say, listen, today's American's woman's relationship, right?
Guys, we need to exclude your
relationship culture emphasizes independence, boundary setting. Okay, redefine a partnership. Are y'all redefining the partnership? And y'all, what are we supposed to do when you redefine? Now, giving us the fine print of what that's supposed to mean. Moving away from the rigid traditional roles towards, you know, the regular dynamics what's supposed to be, but also negative complexities, ladies, negative complexities. Okay, like then recessions and balancing personal ambition. Is your ambition 1 foot in, 1 foot out? I'm asking.
Is that loyalty?
You can't even get the loyalty if you're not really playing the game. Be committed anyway. Because see, when they on the start line on that stick, because I think when they was playing that game, those game concerns out anyway. What's the rules of the game? Al, you remember the rules of the game with King Hopscotch? What's the rules of the game? We gotta find out. But we can put it in the chat though. We can read it again. You know what I'm saying? We won't read it again. But anyway, the ambition with relationship goals, okay, often using online dating, all right, or valuing open communication, self-expression, and multiple respect while challenging outdated norms and expectations. I always tell expectations, but I put this up through Google and Siri and all that. Expectations is in there now. Key aspects include reject traditional material scripts for fluid arrangements, prioritizing self-sufficiency, prioritizing. They prioritizing. So when they go jump on the board, they got certain priorities that we don't know about. Should that in the 30-day period, man.
Yeah. I think you probably, you knew that. Very important.
So I can know if I want to commit, ladies and gentlemen. This is how coming in 2026. We want to know, okay? Swift food arrangement, ourselves, demand the respect and consent, and getting a perceived harder dating landscape with the vices, choices like or having or other relationships. You know, diverse choices. I meant to say diverse. This is by culture. This has been, when did they started teaching this? Anybody tell me when did it happen? And if you was fighting that on top of the trauma that they got behind the back door, how are you going to get to commitment? Okay, the commitment. Commitment. Come on with it. Commitment. Ladies, want to talk about this? We're going to get to a couple questions. Maybe to what commitment is. I don't know. Peace, a couple. You got that one, Wiz?
They say. Okay. 30 days for, 30 days for you. Hold on. I can't see.
30 days for a second, you are wrong. If you want a relationship, you need to talk to the person you're with to see if y'all want a relationship. No 1 foot in, no 2 foot out. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to the small mark. The person that they dating is the mark. I remember that. Mark. They're talking to tossing something. All right. So a number written. Hopping through the course on 1 foot for single squares and 2 feet for double squares. You lose your turn if you step on a line. Seeing out men because of communication. I would know how many times on the line. Game over. How many times you step on the line?
Yep, lies.
You know, come stepping on the line. They playing hopscotch. We don't even know they playing hopscotch. Oh. They waiting for a step on the line. Once you step on the line, which you lose your turn, step on the line. Mm-hmm. Miss Square or lose your balance. Ain't those some things that are very important in a relationship?
Is the line the boundaries?
Those are the boundaries. Mm-hmm. We talked about that in the culture of women. But we don't understand the culture of women. Do we even notice that these things happen to us? They getting over on us, Al. They only playing hopscotch. 1 foot in, 2 foot out. They come back next week and say, hey, you know, maybe we can do this over again. You know, maybe. Men avoid commitment because of past hurt or because they like the optional access. You know, are we playing hopscotch when they come to ladies? Watch, you used to be in the ball too when they wasn't looking.
I think it's the past hurt.
How long do we allow the past hurt to be the excuse for why we do what we do?
We gonna run that up.
So are we never really looking to do what the past hurt? First you talking. First you taking the fun out of the 12 days of Christmas song. Now you taking the fun out of hopscotch. Damn, I'm the Grinch. Yeah. I'm the Grinch of podcast.
Yeah,
is that what we're doing?
But I agree with you on the. I would say you introduced. I never looked at it like that.
I'm just saying. If you could say you gotta go back to the ages where you learn the most. What's the ages you learn most? As a kid. So a lot of things that's been programmed into us was right in front of our face. And I'm just trying to educate the fellas. If we understand what happened as kids, we might be able to get it right before too late as it goes. That's all I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to take the fun out of it.
Okay, I get this. Sex be straight. Okay, sex be straight on what you want. Wait, hold on.
Don't pay.
Okay. She's sex. That's why I said sex. Be straight. So what you want? Don't play games. Give the person the option if they want this kind of relationship.
I agree.
But you know, no. But see, no. That's a whole different topic. Because a lot of women say that if you say, okay, they agree with it, eventually their emotion build up and they going to want more.
Yeah, but I think a lot of guys like also and say they don't have any feelings when they really do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said behind the enemy lines.
Hold on.
Topics that walk behind. I'm on everybody's side. I'm on the side of the right.
But I'm just saying,
I'm on the side of the right.
I'm just saying, she said because a lot of times men run this game. Oh, no, I'm saying, rather than like tell us straight what it is, straight up, so they can just get.
No woman, that's a lot. First of all, unless they're a cougar, a real seasoned, no woman wants you to come to them and say, hey, I just want to spank that.
Oh, no.
That's not happening.
But a lot of women
that's not happening.
A lot of women that come up to
have to want to heal. Davon, I like when you say that, but listen, my question is this. Is the therapy coach creating healthier relationships or are they creating better spoken toxicity? How about that? Once again, they talking about, oh, I'm peace, I'm healed. Because they're going to, some of these people that got their PhD as good as they get people right. And then some people is faking it. They're not going through the full process.
They're not being honest.
They're going halfway through these processes, right? Not even halfway. Some only going a quarter just till they feel good again. You know what I'm saying? Just like when any other good addict, when they feel good, doesn't always mean that they fully better, fully healed. You know what I mean? So all these trigger words to escape the work. Hopscotch. All these trigger words to blame someone else for why something is falling apart versus some accountability.
I gotta ask you a question. Are you dodging the dodgeball?
Oh, give it to him, Wiz. Oh, he's finally awoke. 2020 says, are y'all dodging the dodgeball?
Like,
don't dodge. Once again, we learned this as kids. Dodge it. Responsibility, dodge it. Work, dodge it.
Love,
dodge it. It wasn't my fault. Dodge it. I like
commitment,
that. Dodge it. We have been being trained this whole time as kids, and now we get to the adulthood and we find out why we're having the obstacle we're having in our relationships. You understand what I'm saying? So are you going to therapy to really become better, or are you going to therapy because it sounds cool right now? It gives you an excuse.
Yes.
Well, my therapist said this, so I don't have to do that. I'm not going to go this way. Then the coach of the woman. You got women talking about they are alpha in the relationship. And first of all, I only heard of alpha in animal packs. So when that becomes a relationship situation with,
oh wow.
Have you ever really seen a woman? I'm not saying women can't leave. So they think because you say they're not alpha that they can't leave. This is why we having all these confusions when you talk about transgender sports. You know what I'm saying? And once again, these are not the views of everybody at IAXISRADIO. You know what I'm saying? We got the witness protection, but this is the views of gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? 718. You can find right there, right? Come attack me. I want to go live. I want to go viral. You know what I'm saying? That boy that's out there winning all that sports in women's sports, he ain't right. We got people just not willing to say right there. He's a boy. He's a man. And he's a male. And you got the other person telling other female they wrong for saying that. Hurt his feelings, her feelings. Why don't y'all just make transgender sports? Y'all got to have a I think they got in the dodgeball. So there's no accountability. Some haven't fully healed. Sometimes actions triggers past emotions. See, triggers. How do you feel about triggers, Wiz?
I don't like it. Because sometimes you have to if you know if you're in a relationship and you say something like dodgeball.
Some can't heal, far gone, too many situations burn the person out. You know, I feel triggers. Somebody told me something today and I ain't think about it, right? I was talking about fasting. And this is to show you how real it is, right? And they was like, well, when I fast, I stay in my house. And then the person said, no, well, if you just stay in your house with fasting, they're not really testing yourself. When you're out in the environment, you're going to be cooking. You're going to smell food. How strong have you become if you're not going to put yourself back in the environment? See, that's what commitment is. When you go through something, and then you still put yourself back in that environment if you really want that as a goal. And then you commit. It's supposed to be a team commit. So you talk about everything that's going on. Watch football. Read that comment. One second. If you talk about everything that's going on, everybody's talking about portal. Everybody's transferring, but nobody knows what a commitment is no more. Honor your commitment. If they get done wrong, you should have out. I'm not saying that. If the party make things better, you should out. You have kids, whether it's a situation, yeah, a little to be. Let me you're in the make, but you show ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Man. Give him some, give him that metric. So you say, don't hate him, man. If I just want the, I'm gonna let you. I would talk. Come on out and say that I'm a woman. Give me the right to decide if this is what I want. If I expect that, then I can't get into my feelings. What do you feel about that?
I'm gonna say this. Yes, I mean,
Survey said I would lie. Survey said that's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Survey said that's a lie. We gonna come back to that because we like what you with that, because a lot of times, and I'm trying to say, because D-Chorus just says about being broke, right? Can you really control your feelings? If you feel something and you want something, how do you tell yourself no? That's how you want them to get burned out. Ladies and gentlemen, behind enemy lines, IAXISRADIO. You know how we do. Behind the enemy lines, a podcast we talking about relationship for the male's point of view. We don't exclude the ladies. We're going to give y'all some late night shenanigans. We're going to give y'all a video right now.
Yeah, Donnie Rice, man. Why yo stand up? Yonkers finest.
The machine.
To be honest, you a microphone joke. Engagement ain't the same on your page when you like your own post. Boy slit his own throat at the yard sale. Flowers at the wake, followed by cognac and cigar smells. Flight after flight, no jet lag. Gave me my express pass. Your girl, I'm a stealer, no Metcalf. Studied my opponents, figured out their weakness. The foul was offensive. Played better defense, remember. It's never what you did, it's most recent. Snakes still slither in the grass and beneath it. Never underestimate the air that we breathe in. Bullets ricocheting through your thoughts, where them dreams went. Ya ain't sick, a slight cough. $1,000 belts every other week, they shutting your lights off. I might toss your flesh to the wolves, blood residue. All they saw is retro threes and what's left of you. Old school, crack you in the skull with a special crew. Holla at the pastor right after the confession booth. Flow fire, needed heat inspection. Few of y'all decent. Problem is the beat selections, I'm the nicest. Sharper than an ice pick. Stabbed through your heart from the start, you was lifeless. Far from the best out your own clip. Smack the hell out your cameraman, had to edit the whole clip. It's rough when your money's tied up. The goons slide up, then your brains left sunny side up. On a hot day, told you what the knots say. Setting up shop with the ops, got your block sprayed. Why? Yelling cause you know we bout to bang out. Oh, opposition trying to blow your brains out. And never catch me slipping where I hang out. K, keep a stash buried in a safe house. E, everybody wanna ride the same wave. R, respect is only given in the game change. S, suicidal thoughts lead to more death. Either we at peace or at war, then we all stress. Real talk, don't ever quit your day jobs. Body in this verse, with your hearses in the graveyard. One call and all stops. I know you feel safe getting drinks with the more cops. More shots fired, this competitive nature. 10 streams was your dream cause your relatives played you. Heard you working out, not a damn rep. Lied to yourselves, needed help with your polygraph test. Craft is perfected, you better respect it. The goal's to get rich, but don't end up like Majestic. Die trying, soul in the sky flying. Courtroom filled, getting the chills, you denied violence. Judges want conviction, we just wanna make bail. Facts are, after transactions there's a paper trail. The best spitters come from YO. Background check, Curtis Jackson on back down. Why? Yelling cause you know we bout to bang out. Oh, opposition trying to blow your brains out. And never catch me slipping where I hang out. K, Keep a stash buried in a safe house. E. Everybody wanna ride the same wave. R. Respect is only given in the game change. S. Suicidal thoughts lead to more death. Either we at peace or at war, then we all stress. Why? O. N. K.
If everybody told the truth in the beginning when they first meet a person, WIZZ, how would that work out?
It'd be a beautiful thing. To me, it would erase all the BS behind it. But no, because you're being upfront.
All right, but how many people really want the real upfront right now in 2026? In your honest opinion, you just had to range your number. Y'all feel free to put a number in the chat. What y'all think?
That's a
and y'all
question.
think, because a lot of people always say, "Oh, you just not true with me. You just don't tell the truth." But then when a guy comes up to you and say, "Yo, I just want to spank that," the first thing that comes out your mouth is what?
Oh, you just want to hit no by. I'm gonna say this. A lot of times in new relationships and like this, they don't send their true person. Send a representative.
We all send representatives, right?
So it don't be.
And the thing that bothers me with that though is because yes, attraction is usually the first thing that we start with, but there are times when it does grow. So now, when things grow, how do you attack? How do you change with that? Are you willing to change with that? Is your traumas keeping you from changing that? Because this is a vice versa conversation that we're talking about. This is not just from the man saying, "Oh, the women is doing." Men is like this as well. So sometimes we come into the situation like, "Oh, shorty fly, I just want to hit," but then we find out you got so much more in your soul. Now we want more to you, and you like, "Yo, you said this was just a drive-by. Why you keep spinning the block?" So who's right and who's wrong in that situation? You know, it's protecting my peace, the new line, for not dealing with your trauma. Is the new line protecting my peace, you know what I'm saying, really committing or non-committing to wanting to grow, you know what I'm saying, is protecting my peace, the new code word for trauma that you don't want to deal with when you might have the one piece you've been looking for the whole time. But because you still got that door that you never really dealt with, now you can't move on to something that you've been looking for. Yeah. This is not just a male thing or a female thing. This is what's going on in 2026. If another question, if someone is always choosing their peace, why do they keep ending up alone? Because it'll tell you in the Bible that somewhere that we're not really just meant to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Even Luther said, I'm not meant to live alone. That's what Luther said, right?
Yep.
This house is not a home when you're not there. So where did we lose that at? Was it the culture of the new women? Where did we lose that, Wiz? Al, where did we lose that? Fans, where did we lose that? Was it the COVID? We blaming it on the COVID? We taking that? We going with the COVID? All right, we're gonna blame it on the COVID, huh? Like we just started using two computers when COVID happened.
Or we gotta blame it that they don't play hopscotch no more.
Is it the hopscotch? Do you have one foot out and one foot in? Wiz, what does it take to get a person to put 2 feet in and commit to a relationship? And I'm gonna read what commitment is, right? Because I got it right here, right? Commitment, it's a noun. If y'all forgot, it's a noun, because people don't read dictionaries no more. It's a noun, you know what I'm saying? Commitment, all right? A conscious decision to stay, invest, and take responsibility, especially when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or uncertain. See, when I talk about the hopscotch situation, I feel like uncertainty is what keeps people from committing in relationships. So is peace really the new word for fear? I'm scared. The uncertainty of dealing with that trauma in the back door. The uncertainty of moving forward and being different than what my friends got. The uncertainty of what it looks like for my race. The uncertainty. Is that what's holding us back going into 2026?
Maybe.
How do we fix that, Wiz? How do we? I want to know in the chat. How do we get back to a point where, because when we as kids, right? Stop me if I'm lying. Uncertainty is what made you want to do stuff. We didn't know what was going to happen when we stuck that plastic joint inside our tire wheel. We just knew it was going to sound like a motorcycle. We didn't think how bad it was tearing up the tire. We just knew we wanted to try it. We had to find out for ourselves. When we were swinging from the trees, right? You know what I'm saying? We was not hanging. We're not talking about that. Right? We know a lot going on in the world right now. But, you know, back in the day, when we was outside, we swing from the tree. A lot of people can't commit because they not healed from past trauma. How do we get healed? I mean, the question I just asked, and I'm going to ask it again. Let me go back one, because is the therapy culture,
then it's not working.
All right, creating healthier relationships or creating better spoken toxicity? You know what I'm saying? Like really. So if you're that person that's still getting just enough to con people, yeah, because that's what a lot of relationships are doing. They're conning people. If you just using them to keep the lights on, you're conning them. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to come up. You know what they saying? You got to come up. You mean a shorty now? Oh, I need 6 figures. I need 6 houses. You need this car. You need this. And bro, that's just for me to get some kitty cat. Is that the culture of the new woman? What are we buying, Wiz? Jordans ain't costing that much.
Oh, you buying her time. Because you know time is money.
For who?
Because if you got to do all that, I'm saying, I want my nails done. This, you would got to get it. It's just sad. To me, it's a structure that what the time we're living in. What happened to the letter like, wow.
and you know what?
Be my girlfriend.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is trauma is not gonna stop, right? Because once you fix one trauma, you can get another trauma. You understand what I'm saying? Once you fix one problem, you can have another problem. But being committed, like I just read that, committed to when things are not good, what are you gonna do? When things are not going right, what are you going to do? And are you taking responsibility for your part in the situation? So when you go back to what I was talking about with the portal, when I said earlier, everybody transferring in, transferring out, right? Most of the time, if a person is transferring out, they got an issue with them.
Yeah.
So you're not just picking up the good part of that player, you might also be picking up the bad part of that player. And then when things don't work out, you're like, well, how did we get it?
You gotta evaluate.
But how can you evaluate the person? Because some people know they're...
No, that's how you saying they portal and all that. You gotta evaluate. You gotta ask questions. What happened? Why are you hurt? What is your trauma?
But they're only giving you, say it takes, say it takes 90 days to really evaluate someone, but they know every 30 they dip on you.
And you know, she's a runner.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
You got. I'm gonna make producer P laugh. You gotta do the ring Olivia 1 2 3 1 2 3, then turn around, see if she's still there.
What are we doing? Are y'all playing hopscotch with your partner and then disappointed by the outcome? Are you using therapy but not in the right sense to make you better so you can move on with your partner, but you're using it so you can get over on your partner?
Or somebody, you know what? And what about this? They with you because they don't want to.
Hello? Shout out to hair and makeup in the building. She said hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is anybody there? She must want to say something. Hello. Do people actually want love or just someone who doesn't challenge their comfort? When you playing this hopscotch, as soon as you hit a comforting position, do you stop?
They dead comfort then?
Huh?
They dead comfort then?
And here's the funny thing. They think they're at the comfort end, just like what Wiz said. They think they're at the comfort end. And here's the thing. Do you not want somebody to challenge you to get out of your comfort zone?
Oh, a lot of times people don't want to challenge. That's why I'm saying if you challenge, you taking away that.
But how am I taking away your peace by
No, I'm just saying
challenging?
that using as an excuse.
I need that. That's an excuse.
That's an excuse.
And I feel like a lot of people use that as an excuse. Is my peace the new word for scapegoat? I think if I'm looking for a woman right now, and soon as she said I'm protecting my peace, I think that's a red flag now.
What is actually your peace?
How are we gonna find out if we don't get to a challenging point in this relationship? How am I gonna find this out?
You gotta ask questions. Some things you mean, because we're not gonna always agree. Something you might say like, "Hey, I might want pizza. You might want Chinese. I don't want Chinese. I had that yesterday." So if I say I'm saying I'm debating what's dinner we should have, that taking away a piece.
And it shouldn't take away your peace, because at the end of the day,
I'm just saying, would that be an excuse?
But at the end of the day, here's the crazy part. We both having takeout. Why we can't sit at the table? You have your Italian pizza. You know what I'm saying? Some people say it's not Italian, but you have your Italian pizza, and I have my Yao Ming. Why we can't just have a good dinner at the table? You understand what I'm saying? So, it's do you think people really still want to find love? Or are they just dating because they want to show someone that they're dating? Ladies, I need to know. Are y'all really dating because y'all... No, it's the new year. And they ain't think we was going to come in title 99. They ain't thinking.
No, this is 99.
This is 99. We gotta step it up for the new year. And find out. Because there's a lot of small trigger words that I've been hearing in a lot of relationships. And when I heard people talk, I just heard avoidance, dodging, not accepting accountability, not wanting to take chance. If you don't take chance, how can you play the lotto but you're afraid to take a step in a relationship?
Taking a chance, right? And them numbers and way putting up $2. Well, it's 5, right? 5 or 2. What is it?
Some people it's a couple hundred when they're going. Some people it's a couple hundred when they're going. All right, so it can happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to the wild card in a minute, but we're not finished with this topic. Okay, the wild card in a minute. All right, and the wild card is when you guys get to drop an opportunity to speak your piece on a topic you might want to talk about. If you want to talk about what's going on in Minnesota with the riots or whatever's happening out there. If you want to talk about a relationship topic that we might have missed, this is your chance to put it in the topic, and we'll put it in. If you want to call in, the phone lines are open. On top of that, we have the Chuck's Cut coming up about 8:15. We got D Chorus on there. All right, make sure y'all stay tuned to hear what he got to say with his new song. People that holding on to toxic and traumatized people are the ones that need the most counseling, because you're hoping that the person change, knowing and wishing she or he does. Wow, that's a lot. Well, how do you feel about that, Wiz? So it's not the person in a relationship that needs the counseling, but it's the person that's still holding on to pretty much a broken project, still thinking they're gonna get a fixed product. How you feel about that?
I feel, yeah, totally understand that. As far as with me being with the person trying to just cling on to that trauma and not taking the risk of just moving from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's why they go to counseling, to understand the trauma. A lot of times they still stay in that storm, and rather than take the chance and see what this person, they scared to take risks.
Now I got two views on that, and did you let me know if one of these are the views that you feel on that? One is that you have the superhero complex. You know what I mean? They say that when certain people get in relationships, they need to feel like they're the superhero. You know what I mean? So that person that they holding on to is the damsel or the guy in distress, and every time you come to save them, it does something for that person. You know what I mean? So it's like a drug. All right. And then the other half of that, or the other side of that, I feel it's fear. You know what I mean? And fear has a weird way of working and holding control over people. And I'm sorry to be making up all these cartoon scenarios, because I just learned something too. With Sinestro from
say that's the red flag.
We're gonna read that in a minute. From Sinestro, you remember Sinestro from the Lord of the Rings? I mean, not the Lord of the Rings. What's the Ring Corps with the green guys? The Corps.
From the Latin.
Yeah, the Green Lanterns. The Green Lanterns. Yeah. So when I just found out something about Sinestro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought Sinestro got conquered by fear, you know what I'm saying? But later on, it found out when he got kicked out of the Green Lantern Corps, because the Corps member was afraid to use fear, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to use the Green Corps to overcome fear. But he took fear and learned how to weaponize it. And they wound up bringing him back into the Corps at a certain people and started teaching people how to use their fear to become even more powerful. So you got a lot of people that hold on out of fear because that's all they know. And when you see somebody like that and you're a friend on the outside, how do you guys go about getting a friend to notice that they're doing one of those two, either being a superhero or working out of fear? Is there a way to do that? Al, is there a way to do that? To get somebody to notice that?
Also, some people don't look at it. You try to show them like this, but they so stuck. Sometimes they don't even.
If a female tells you she's protecting her peace, that's not a red flag. Yes, it is. Yeah, it could be. If you're using it to keep you from committing, because you got to go back to the front of the show if you missed it. If you're using the word peace to keep you from committing to moving on from a situation.
And sometimes you might do something similar to what the person triggered them to you, so they still utilize that as a red flag.
Yeah, but once again, if someone triggers something by accident versus someone triggering something on purpose, like antagonizing the situation, I think that's two different things. No, if someone is antagonizing, then
use excuse. Oh, he should do it to me. Not knowing the person don't know the person. She didn't open up and tell them what the situation is. But, he just do this. Okay. He just he left, rather than, he might have not opened the door for her at one time. Like, I like being a gentleman and stuff like that. He feels like that's. But
all right. So if Shorty took that as a red flag, right? But if she didn't get out of her protection zone, we'll say protection zone for right now. She didn't get out of her protection zone. So you as the partner don't even know that that is a trigger. How can I be held accountable for that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's all about communication because she didn't communicate that.
You didn't communicate that. You know, there's a difference in protecting your peace and still being able to have peace with your partner. It's protecting your peace, keeping you in one square with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Because can you protect your peace and not protect your peace with your partner? Nobody has said yet that they're capable, and I've been waiting for someone to say you can have your peace with your partner. I haven't heard nobody put that in the chat yet. I kept saying it on purpose to see if anybody was going to say that. No, because that trauma has got you so in a state of mind that you have to battle this on your own. You don't trust. You don't commit. Do I got to go back and read the definition again? You don't commit. You won't know what your real peace is until you really build it as a team. That's how I feel. What you feel about that?
I feel you.
Y'all can feel free to stop me in the chat.
No,
so if your peace is just alone, because everybody that's saying that they finding their peace, they finding themselves alone. Is that what we going for? Is that what we going for? Because if you're going for alone, then I need you to stop speed dating. I need you to stop getting in the market. I need you to stay away from the people that's trying to find relationships because y'all are the ones causing the traumas.
And taking the break.
Y'all are the ones causing the trouble. Y'all are the ones, and this is both male and female. Mm-hmm. If you a guy that really is not looking for a relationship, go work in a strip club somewhere. They know what they're paying for. Wow. Bring back shoes. They know what they're paying for. If you're going to charge me for your time, then I might as well come in on a company time. Huh? I don't want a woman that I'm talking to on Walmart to treat me like it's shoes. You got to pay before you play. Protecting your peace is different from having peace with your partner. All right, so let's dig into that. What do you mean by that? You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, are we getting in relationships and not fully committing? That is what I'm asking. Are you really with your partner because you're playing it safe? Are you still okay with your partner when he's pushing you to change? When we start talking the dirty word that Uncle Al don't like, when he's getting expectations, you know what I'm saying? Are you still the same way? Or do you go back in your shell when things don't work out, or you hit a little bump, or it gets a little scary, or you got to do something new? Are you really looking for love, or are you looking for me to pay your rent? Are you really looking for love, or are you looking for a person with a car? Are you really looking for love, or are you looking for someone's couch to sleep on? We need to know the difference. So if a man came up to you right now like, yo, shorty, I just want to mess with you because you got a nice little crib. I'm trying to live over there.
Well, that and he's being honest.
You're being honest, but then you're creating the culture that we're talking about, where the roles are getting switched. And it's not a problem that certain roles are getting switched. I don't have no problem, I'm going to say it again, with a woman being a leader in the household. You know what I'm saying? But empowering your man, even though you're the leader, is still a good thing. And vice versa. As a man, you should be empowering your woman. You know what I mean? Like, it'll never be 50-50.
But y'all can build up each other.
Y'all can build up each other. And that should be the foundation. You know what I mean? The phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to call in, 914-719-6917. Keep the comments coming in. I'll keep reading them. You know what I'm saying? Is therapy culture creating healthier relationships or creating better, spoken toxicity? Y'all know what y'all be doing. Do people actually want love or just someone who doesn't challenge their comfort zone? That's what I'm asking. Are men avoiding commitment because of past hurt, because they like optional access? Are women doing the same thing now? Because now you see women doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, ladies and gentlemen, it's about 7:40. This is the wild card segment. All right. If y'all want, we're going to go into it. We got a little song. We ain't play our song in a while. You know what I'm saying? We got the wild card segment. And the wild card segment is when you guys can put in the chat. I'll continue to keep reading what we're talking about. We can put in the chat, you know what I mean, a topic you want to talk about or something that interests you, or we can go into one that we have as well. And we still going to get into this one, all right? Hey, it's the wild card. We're sleeping on the job, Al. We're going to have to fire him. You never came in with the hook, bro. It's the wild card.
No, I wasn't like,
came with the hook.
I'm used to the other beat.
Yeah, he's to the other beat.
I try to
fit the other beat. So, like I said, our first topic is hopscotch, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? This wild card topic, you know what I mean? If you got one, throw it in the comment section. We'll read it right now, and we'll talk about it for a second if you want. Because like I said, we wanted y'all to know that we appreciate y'all being in tune. It's not just what we want to talk about. We want to talk about what you want to talk about, too. Y'all can send me in topics, and I'll read them as well. I'm not scared to talk about what you want to talk about. BHLFanny52@yahoo.com. And if I ain't getting it right, you can call in, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
914-719-6917, and you can tell me about your wild card. I ain't afraid to talk to you right now. This one, at what age should you give up on a partner? Wiz? What age? When is enough enough?
Okay, I'm saying, so break that down. Are we in a relationship?
Relationship, I would say give me one for a relationship. Give me one for someone trying to get into a new relationship.
Okay, trying to get into a relationship. Okay. I just think that, to me, I'm going to give a time frame.
Okay.
I can't give an age. Because the time frame is, if you feel like within 2 to 3 weeks,
mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying like if it's a connection, a communication connection. I'm not even talking about physical. Because, anything can evolve with it. Physical sometimes blurt out everything else that you see.
Okay.
So I would say 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. And that's if you're dating.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the date. Yeah. What about if you've been in a relationship for a while? When is the time to say goodbye?
Oh, I mean, I say like, it's not meeting each other. Expectation, it could be within like the year.
I came up with this topic because this young man, the popping balloon thing has been kind of popular right now, and I couldn't get the video, but there was a young guy and they was doing one, and it was a young lady that was on the show. She was, of course, picking between the guys, right? You know how old the lady was? 58 years old. 58 years old, you know what I'm saying? And she wasn't that ugly, but she wasn't the best either, right? And the guys was popping their balloons, you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why, if you're a cougar, you got to be a special type of cougar to pick a younger guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to break down some of the video. Shout out to Manea Video. I will tag them and let you know who they are later on. But like I said, we content creators. We're not content stealers. So I just thought that the ideology of what was going on was just, was a lot going on. She's 58, still trying to date, number one. Number two, you're looking to date younger, right? So the first couple guys that popped their balloon, and they're from the South, I guess, because they use certain words like, you my auntie age. So it's like, yo, you my auntie age. How do you think she handled that?
She was kind of upset.
Not just super upset. What do you think she did?
I don't know.
She went straight to attacking him. Oh, you built like an auntie. You know what I'm saying? So every guy that popped the balloon, every time.
So what of you built like an
auntie? And then you started attacking the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like all the young ones got attacked, right? And every dude that popped a balloon got attacked. Then there was this one fly dude, older dude. Because it was an old dude that looked her age. And she like, no, he's just too old for me or something like that. You 58. You still in the game. Like, is you doing this for clicks and likes, or you really trying to find love? You know what I'm saying? Once again, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This goes back to the hopscotch. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Then she turns around. This one young gentleman hits her with the dope one. He says to her, in one word, tell me what makes you special, pretty much. You know what she says?
What?
I am the queen.
Oh. Hold on. We don't got no balloons here, right?
Pop. So he pops his balloon. So she gets extra mad now. She's like, well, I guess you'll never know why. Because she's so caught up in that 1 foot and 1 foot out attitude that she didn't even listen to what the man asked her. So he said, yo, I'm gonna give you the game before you leave. You know what I mean? So you can take it home with you. And there's a bunch of women in the background like, oh girl, he gonna give you the game. They're hyping it up. It's crazy, right? He like, first of all, I said, give me one word. You gave me, I'm the queen. That's a phrase. She looking like, oh shit. He said, I asked you for one word. You gave me a phrase. And then not only are you the one at 58 pretty much looking for a partner, you out here attacking all these dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? And ain't none of them said nothing to you. Oh, Vocals says she saw that one. Nobody said nothing to you negatively, really, but you were so aggressively attacking. See, that's when I say, was she protecting her peace? Or was you willing to get over that fear? No, you was reacting in your trauma.
Yeah.
You was reacting. You know, and you could have found something that you was looking for. So now she's going back and forth, and now she's even getting more heated because now the guy's dropping gems. He's like, you came out attacking the fellas. You understand what I'm saying? And he said, I'm going to give you the answer. He said, what makes you a woman, or what makes you a woman or whatever? He's like, it's your mind. The only word he was looking for was mind. The way you think, the way you carry yourself. And that's what the whole concept of hopscotch and everything that we were talking about being 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Traumas are not going to stop. They're going to be every day. Every time you fix something, it's going to be another problem. Whether it's relationship, whether you by yourself or you with someone. Okay? Every time you think you got something figured out, if y'all ain't figured out one thing about life, life is about problems. Stop me if I'm lying, Wiz.
No.
Life is about problems and how we adjust to them and how we let them adjust to us. You know what I mean? And when you really working on that inner peace, I feel to me, because I'm working on my inner peace, on my peace period too. And now my inner peace is how I react to certain situations, how much I let it take out of me, how much I let it break me down. Because the more broken down you get, the faster your race is over. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So I said at 58, this is what I'm looking at. At 58, this young lady still didn't get it. And her arrogance, her willing to be led, her unwillingness to be led, her unwillingness to learn on the fly, her unwillingness to listen. And how many other women watch that? Younger, even younger. And that's the thing, because we're not just talking about this relationship stuff for us now. These are a lot of mistakes that we made. You know what I mean? Trials, and I can't see that other word, tribulations and triumphs. That's what it's really about. I agree. And somewhere along the line, we lost that. So at what, if she didn't get it at 58, then should I be surprised that the younger generation is losing it earlier?
To me, can I say something? I think she came over them as far as that, because when she said I'm a queen, she didn't see them as equal.
That's because you wasn't listening. One word. If she would have just said queen, instead of saying I am. So when I talked about that alpha woman, she's starting to believe she's an alpha woman. I gotta cower over you. I gotta have power. I gotta have control. Why do women think if you have a strong man that you can't have control?
Why is that?
Why is that? Why do you think you have to be the guy to have control? Have we forgotten the balance, the give and take, the yin and yang? All these things you used to, the alpha and omega. If I'm the alpha, you be the omega. You know what I'm saying? I don't belong to no frat or nothing. I'm just saying these were the things that we was always hearing as we was coming up. Sword, shield. Mm-hmm. And that just goes back to having what, Wiz? Balance. I think this is why we spinning out the way we spinning out, because we done lost our sense of balance. So that's why I'm asking, at what age do we just consider that a loss? Because I thought they said you were never too old to teach the new dog tricks. Is that fact or opinion?
Yes, a lot of people say fact. A lot of shows. Nowadays, now you can say it as opinion.
I'm just saying, there's no guarantee in life, right? So I could be that 58-year-old person. Uncle Guy said 45. 45 is the age. All right, 45, I ain't mad at you. You know, I feel like you could be an older person, but once again, if you don't got the right people in your corner, you haven't had the right education, right? If I'm 58, why am I even talking to somebody 35, 33?
Wait, hold on. I'm not going that far. That's like
No, I mean, when a dude said you my auntie age, I only pop your balloon because you my auntie. You look like my auntie.
that's out of respect. Because
That's out of respect. That's out of respect. So even the people when they were setting up the audition, like when you checked off your virtual card, this is what you picked. So then when people saw, you know, what was that dating game we used to hide behind the screen and then they had to find you and then we opened the screen? You remember that from back in the day? The dating game. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do. Like, you've been lying the whole time and then they open the game like, oh, come on, auntie, we can't do this. You can't find love. You can find love at any age and date at any age, at any range. Date in your range. I'm sorry, date in your range.
Yeah.
I agree with, that's what I'm saying. Like the two older guys was the ones that really dropped the gems on her and they wasn't even trying to hurt her feelings. But
gave her a free game.
Did you really come on that show to commit to finding a partner or was you trying to play hopscotch again? Was you just doing it? Because I feel if we don't boomerang what's going on in relationships back to having some type of balance, some type of your homegirl telling you like, yo, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see girls my daughter's age, is 27 to 29, putting on a ski mask in the house. I don't feel comfortable. They females. Why are you wearing ski masks and talking about you gonna slide on me? What are we doing here? we have lost our sense of direction or what we doing in relationships. So I just thought that I needed to find out at what age was enough and where do we draw the line with these dating systems and dating games? If you 58, yo, what's up?
What's going on?
Look at this. What's going on?
What's up? What's going on? What is your mom's? Okay, how you doing?
This is what we doing. This is what we doing. We have to want more for our future, because if not, we in trouble, man.
Yes.
58, she was mad, and then when dude dropped that gem on her, like, it's your mind. You know what I mean? Mind shouldn't be. What separates you from being a girl to a woman? Mind. From a boy to a man? Mind. And when your mind is right, your behaviors hopefully will be better. You know what I'm saying?
Young guy giving her a gem.
No, it was an old guy. It was a guy her age.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm being like her. I didn't.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that didn't pop his balloon right away, because I think he saw through that trauma. I think he saw through that rough exterior. I think he saw opportunity, even though she wasn't seeing herself. She was just, oh, you know what? You threw a rock, I'm gonna throw a bigger rock. You threw this, because you know what? Everybody gonna remember I was tough. But you're gonna go home and say, I protected my peace, and you was what? You was by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You protected your peace, but you was by yourself.
Your boundaries keep you by yourself.
So when you start talking about, you know, a lot of things that's going on in these identity crisis that people are having right now, I believe that's a large part of it, because they put on a show while everybody is watching, and then when they get by themselves, they knew and they hope, they wish they would have done really what they felt in that situation and say, hey, I'm looking for somebody that's 60, ready to settle down, you know, that lived a little bit, that want to travel. Tell your truth. Tell your truth. Don't live a lie. Tell your truth. Finding your forever person will take self-care, self-discipline, emotionally maturing. People are always forever learners. I agree. So that's what I felt Uncle Guy said what that guy was demonstrating when he didn't pop his balloon. Everybody popped their balloon. And he said, nah, hold on. Let me see if there's another side to this coin that she'll open the door. She'll let me in. And then maybe, you know, there might be something a little more. So I just thought that was amazing. And even for younger generations, because we both got kids, in And most of our kids don't listen to our advice anyway anymore. What happened with that? Kids used to want to listen to their parents' advice. What happened to that, Wiz?
I don't know. It's not like we give bad advice.
I know. You think I give bad advice? Tell me. You think I give bad advice?
No, I'm saying we see.
People in the chat that know me, if y'all think I give bad advice, tell me, man, because I got to fix myself up, man. Think I give bad advice?
They failed to see that we live longer and experience a lot of things. This is my experience.
Because I feel like, I'm not the parent that tells my kid what to do every 5 minutes. If my kids are online, if I'm lying, y'all can tell right now, and we can get it on right now. Y'all give a call and we get it on right now. You know what I'm saying? But as a parent, when you start to see certain patterns, because there's another thing that's going on TikTok right now. I don't like when the boy does it. He goes around and acts like a thug in front of people's parents. The girl get them to go off, and he be, dogs, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. He be acting like, yo, I'm a gangster. I'm smoking perks and all that right in front of people and all. Don't do that to me. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna smack him. I'm with you. This is not, yo, you gotta do better than this. You know what I'm saying? Don't do better than this. You give great advice. I appreciate you, Vocals by Jamel. See, because we gotta, the younger generation, we are now becoming the elders, and we want to be able to pass certain things down. Not saying that you're still not going to try it, because most of you still are going to try it. Right, Wiz? Yeah. Most of you still are going to try it. But that doesn't mean we can't at least try to warn you a little bit before, you get the full dose and like, yo, what happened? How did we get here? At 58, you know what I'm saying? I would hope that we can start telling these kids 30, 60, 90, you know what I'm saying? 120, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to even go a nice stretch from 120, there should be goals for each and every one of those parts of your relationship. What happened to having goals for your relationships? When you also checking to see if I got a 6-figure bank account, if I got 2 Lamborghinis, you understand what I'm saying? If you can do TikTok videos in front of my car, you know what I'm saying? Like, while you checking all of that, let's make some goals. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be forever. And I don't feel like, and y'all stop me in the chat if I'm wrong, just because you make commitment goals, they're not forever goals. So if you get to 300 days or a year with a person and you have 7 goals and you've only met 2, should we start reevaluating what's going on?
I want them, yeah. Well, the expectation. Because my whole thing is I'm expected we're going to come together, with these goals, complete these goals together.
Do you feel like, and Al, I mean, y'all type in the chat if y'all agree or disagree. Do you feel like goal setting is the same as setting expectations? I don't feel like that's the same.
It's not. But I'm just saying. But if she only made 2, right?
Out of the 7,
I'm looking and say I want to finish these other ones.
And I'm saying as a team. I'm saying as a team because when we talked about earlier, because of traumas, people hold on out of fear. We're not really progressing in a relationship, but we're still holding on. If we set 7 goals and we only meet 2, you know what I'm saying? And it was the first easiest 2. We hold hands for 2 minutes and we make sure we call each other every day. But communication to say some bigger things we don't do, so our relationship is still a bad relationship. Because I don't want younger people to just hold on just for the sake of saying you having something either. Even older relationships. She was 58. Do you want to have something just for the sake of having it versus chasing what could be your forever peace? So do y'all think that's the same? I don't think it's the same. Goal setting as a team versus expectations. No, it's not. I don't think it's the same.
No, I only said the expectation because of, like what I said, 2. Wants to complete it. Because what's holding out for us to meet the other 5?
And then that's when it gets to, oh, he cheating on me. He ain't this. He ain't that. And then, he would say, she used to kiss me. Now she ain't kissing me no more. She used to cook. She don't cook no more. See, you're going to find out what it really is through the trying time. That's why I talked about that commitment. It's the trying time.
Relationships is like warranty.
Everything fall apart when the warranty. When the warranty
go out.
When the warranty go out, everything fall apart. Go ahead, Al. Did I miss one I was supposed to read? I see one up there by Talika. What's that saying up there? You shouldn't reevaluate your relationship. You should just reevaluate yourself. How do you feel about that, Wiz? How could you not reevaluate your relationship?
Well, let's you reevaluate yourself. Like, do I have a certain type? Do I always have to play a superhero in these relationships?
But if you reevaluate yourself and you realize that playing a superhero is over draining you, then in return you have to reevaluate your relationship.
Yeah, but sometimes, it can go both ways though. Because
you gotta explain. I don't see how that can go both ways.
What I'm just saying is, like, do I have a type within me?
But why do you have that type? Do you have that type because of a broken issue that you really didn't fix? Or do you have that type because you don't want to fix what's broken?
Can I intervene?
Of course. Turn on the mic, Al.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I like what Talika said, because a lot of times we always want to reevaluate something and we come back and we're having the same problem, when in all essence, the problem might be you. So if you look at yourself, start changing the things within you, maybe you'll get the results that you're looking for.
I agree with that. So that in return, once you get that result, you also might not have to reevaluate your relationship.
Exactly. There's nothing to reevaluate if you're getting the results without reevaluating someone else. A lot of times what we do, man, is we have a problem with judgment. And we look at other people, man, and we judge them, we look at the speck in their eye, and we got a plank in ours, and we won't remove the plank out our eye, but we quick to just judge them on that little speck they got in their eye.
I agree with that 110%. And I told somebody that yesterday. I was on the phone with them, and I was like, yo, you know what? I gotta fall back from the internet sometimes. And they're like, why? What you mean by that? Because you see so many of the same videos, you think that people are really living their life like that. And you gotta remind yourself that this is entertainment to a certain degree. So a lot of people are doing great skits about love, happiness, joy, and you're not following them around 24 hours to see them when they're going through their down patches. So you start to feel like there's something wrong with you, because how is everybody else happy and I'm down? What's going on? This can't be right. So there's definitely a disconnect with what you put in and what you take out, like you said, with that plank in front of your eye. So it's always reevaluating yourself first, right? And then it comes to a point where, are you being honest with yourself to what you might have to do next? I think that's the other part I was saying, Al, to what she was saying. Right. Because if you reevaluate yourself and you realize that you're being drained because you're draining somebody else, but you're too scared to walk away from that someone else because you're comfortable, are you doing a real full assessment? So sometimes you have to put your foot down and say, okay, you know what? I've outgrown this, and I have to walk away from this. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be scary. I might be starting over, okay? But you might walk into the perfect situation to get you to the next level you've been trying to complete as a team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's good to have your alone time, but it's great to grow with a team. Yeah. It really is. Oh, you got that one, Wiz?
Yes, Al. That's what I mean. Your other half may be the best thing in your life, but yet you're not where you want to be. Don't let go of what is great in your life to fix yourself. See what can make build yourself more. I agree with that. And you gotta go ahead, Al, you wanna say something?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I wanted to respond to something you said about, stepping back from social media. When I was growing up and you stayed in front of the TV too long, our parents would tell us to stay out of that idiot box, get a book and read something, go to the library, go do something creative and stop sitting in front of that TV, because it's going to make you think that those things are real, and then you won't know the difference between real life and television.
Facts. You know, but I think the difference was for us out coming up, like really just being outside was just so different.
Yeah.
The way that the social media hits, you don't even realize you be on it like that.
I'm gonna say it like this. I was on a train this week, right? Going to work, right? And I was analyzing everybody going this. Like this is like a real world. It's like everything is. There's no communication. I saw a couple people that got on the train with. There's no conversations with it.
None.
So you know it's like, come on. There's no communication. One thing is like, you remember our parents would be like, nope, you gotta go outside. Remember the time?
Got to.
Yeah.
You was forced to go outside. You ain't gonna be in here all day.
Right.
Go outside. We don't have that.
Well, we don't got, and like I said, it's because there's so many different platforms. Shout out to Trayline in the building. Yo, Trayline, I need you to hit me, man. Takaisha, tell Dot to hit me. I was gonna text her anyway, man. I wanted to shout out her new her lip gloss line that's out right now. Dot Vieira got a new lip gloss that's out, and somebody stole hers. She like, I need one. You know what I'm saying? They got me for my Dot. You know what I mean? So I gotta get with you.
That's a dope one. Say they got
me for my Dot.
They got me for my Dot.
They got me for my Dot. You know what I mean? So we gotta do that. Make sure y'all get ready for Crowd.live, you know what I'm saying? In a minute or so, Chucky's Cuts coming up with D-Chorus. What Would You Live For is the song. Yeah, we got the calling, baby. This is pressure check time. So I know this is one of my pressure checks calling in. Like, yo, where you been? Calling you live on Behind the Enemy Lines with Gatekeeper and WIZZ. Who's this?
Let's make some diamonds, baby. You know what it is.
All right, the agent is in the building.
Let's go.
What's good, agent? How you been feeling for the 2026, man?
You know what I'm saying? I'm on a covert move, but you know what? I'm bringing everything to life right now. I'm a talk a lot now, but I was choosing to listen more, but y'all got to hear what I got to say.
Right. Well, I've been talking about Hopscotch, man. You know, the 1 foot in, the 1 foot out situation with relationships, you know what I mean? How are people looking for, you know what I'm saying, better things in their relationship in 2026, but they're not still willing to commit and have both feet down to move in their relationship? How you feel about that?
Here's what it is. When you tightrope walking in your relationship, the reason why you're doing that, first and foremost, because there's something there that's keeping you. Emotionally, financially, physically, there's something there that's keeping you to where you ain't just gonna walk out. It could be the kids, it could be a financial situation, it could be you got feelings for whoever it is that's there, that's keeping you. Because when you tired of something, you're gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? When you finish with something, you're getting rid of it.
Do you think people, because I like what you said right there, when you get tired, you're going to go. Do you have to get tired or do you have to get burnt out?
One comes before the other, and sometimes both happen at the same time.
Now,
because let me just say this: you can have your heart can stop, and you can get that buzzer ring, right?
Right.
But when you burn out, you know what I'm saying, you can bring a fire back to a fire. You just got to go kindle on it to burn it up, to get that fire burnt up back again. When you are done, tired, you're either gonna go to sleep and you ain't waking back up from it. You're gonna get the energy drink for somewhere else, or that most energy for somewhere else, and you're gonna find it because now you're up with it. You could bring your fire back in a relationship, but that don't mean you're gonna be there. Physically, you could be in a relationship, but mentally, emotionally, you could be gone. You just going, you just letting the wind take you where you gotta take it, and you're going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? You're going through the motions emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You're going through the motions physically, but mentally, it's like, yo, whatever. I'm gonna just go there.
How does that look for a man to go through the emotions? You know what I mean? And not be connected. What does that look like? If you had to break that down for visual for a young man, because people feel like I'm biased because I'm a podcaster. So I want
I'm gonna tell you what it look like.
That's just
you gotta. Let's just say you got a couple.
Mm-hmm.
The man and the woman ain't click. They, one of them is one. They'll say we in it for the kids. All right, we in it for the kids. We don't want our kids to look like, oh, we standing for what the family for it. So you're trying to save face for the family outside of the household. You know what I'm saying? Or you do how he would say. So you'll stay in something not because you want to stay in, because you figure that you have to. But and due to the fact you feel that you have to, you're not putting anything in it. Neither one is putting anything in it. So y'all are both puppets. Y'all getting strung on. Y'all get strung on not by each other, but what's outside of what is inside of your house. What's inside your relationship. Y'all probably won't be able to stand each other. Y'all could be in the same house and he's in the living room or she's in the bedroom and y'all ain't sleeping in the same room or the same beds or whatever the case is. It ain't even nothing physical. It's just like, I'm here for the kids. I'm going to respect you for who you are. You respect me who I am. We're going to pay these bills, but there's no commitment to each other. It's just for the kids or for the family or for society, for what other people say other than what you living by.
Man, I love you, Agent, man. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take those Jews you just dropped on us. We're going to chop it up for a minute. We appreciate you. Thank you for bringing in 2026 with us. And we look forward to hear from you more on this Pressure Check.
Hey, listen, I need to show up for the 100 show, man. Real talk. I need to figure that out. I'll do some espionage to get on that 100 show. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, I'll keep you in tune. We got a couple people that already reached out to me that want to be on 100 show, so we're going to work something out. I'll keep you in tune.
Listen, I don't need a lot. If I'm in the house, I'm cool with that. I ain't got to say nothing. All
right, we appreciate
I don't have to say much.
We're going to work something out. We're going to work something out. I'll give you my word.
Yo, WIZZ, brother. Peace to you, brother, and everybody behind in the lines. I love y'all.
Peace.
Love you too.
Peace.
He dropped a lot of jewels over there, WIZZ. How you feel about that? To be that's kind of my goal throughout everything I do when I'm talking about relationships, is to help someone else avoid the burnout. You understand? I feel you can be saved before you hit the burnout. I don't know if you can be saved after the burnout in the same relationship.
I look at it like, once the light is done, that goes out.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you can relight that wick. How can you re-save? Because I know they say old firewood is easily rekindled. I got what he was saying with that, but I think there's a big difference in being tired and being burnt out. Can you bounce back from being burnt out? And y'all leave it in the chat and let us know. And that's why when you playing this game of hopscotch, that's the gamble you take, the risk you take of burning out that part that might be just right for you. Like you said, when you tight walking when you don't have to, and then you tight walking when there's no safety net. Are you sure you want to do that? Everybody's not going to be robbing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, Gate?
Go ahead.
So now we talking about sacrifice. We talking about how much you've invested in something and how badly you don't want to lose what you've invested in. Okay? A lot of times people stay together because of that investment and not because of the love, because they don't want to feel like failures. You know what I mean? Also, there comes a time where it's like it just gets real comfortable and things are easier this way, so I'm just going to continue to move the way I'm moving.
Do you think that's wise advice, Al?
Well, I wouldn't say it's wise advice, because here's the thing that I've learned personally, that when children are involved and you got family members that love both parties and they're involved, you wind up hurting people. And they suffer. And a lot of times they don't say anything. And then the younger ones grow up seeing this thing and they think it's okay. And when they try to do it, then they get hit with that door reality. Okay, the doorknob hits them and they was like, wow, I didn't think it would be that bad. And now they're in suffer mode. So we got to understand the effect that this thing brings on others when we decide that this is what we're going to do.
I agree with you 110%. Depends on what contributed to the burnout. D, get a little deeper, D. I feel like you holding back, D. Come on, Davon. What you mean it depends? You know what I mean? Because there was a comedian, I forgot, or someone on social media that was talking about that as well, where they talk about the two older people that have like celebrating a 60-year anniversary, right? And he's like, well, you know, everybody's celebrating 60 years, everybody's happy, but they don't tell you what they went through to make that 60 years happen. You don't think grandpa stepped out, you don't think grandma did some things, you don't think auntie did some things, but you know, there was some value to what they had and that commitment. And that's why commitment is so important to me. But I do also want to understand that there's a point where you have to realize that, or think, or at least review if you committed for the wrong reasons, if you committed to the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Because it is true, Al. I agree with you 110%. When kids involved, people can get hurt. But you do also have to take into consideration at some point that you're living your life. You only get one shot at this. You do got to find some happiness for yourself at some point, right?
Yeah, but if you take accountability for your actions and are responsible for what you've done in this world, then sometimes you got to say, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to live my life, but do I sacrifice my child's well-being because I want to live my life, or do I be the responsible parent that I'm supposed to do and do right by that child, raise them up, and show them how to be accountable and have some integrity for their life so they don't have to experience what I experienced.
And I agree with you on that 110%. And shout out to Davon. You said certain betrayals you can't bounce back from. Actions that lead to physical or criminal altercation, or you see deal breakers. I think that's deal breakers for like the 99%. But there's the 1% that like it. It turns them on. I'll come visit you, baby, and when you home, we're gonna work it out and choke each other again. You know what I'm saying? You got that. You got that 1%. It's almost time to go on to Chucky's Cut, and then we're gonna wind it down. We thank y'all all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Continue to put y'all in the chat. We're gonna read some more. Like I said, I answered some of these questions. I hope some of these questions also helped you, deal with the hopscotch motion. You know what I mean? And I try to come up with these clever thoughts because I want to stick in your head. I want you to, when you see a hopscotch board, I want you to think about this topic again and maybe how you can explain it to your kids. You know what I mean? Are we avoiding commitment because of our past hurt or because, we like so many options? Are women demanding emotional safety while refusing emotional accountability? You know what I mean? We do not raise children. We raise adults. We have different feelings about that with different people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get into that argument today, but I agree with you in a certain degree. You know what I mean? I'm not going to argue about that. If someone is always choosing peace, why do they keep ending up alone and confused? Or is today's women's culture really the problem? You know what I mean? Will women start to hold other women accountable for the way that the woman culture is, so maybe they can turn around? Is the therapy culture creating healthier relationships or creating better spoken toxicity? You know what I'm saying? More people are learning how to use these words to manipulate feelings and thoughts to get over, and you don't even know you're getting caught in the mousetrap. You're like, oh snap, I'm stuck again. Do people actually really want love, or just someone who doesn't challenge their comfort zone? This is what we're talking about when it comes to commitment. You know what I mean? 2026, we want to see more healthier relationships, understand what commitment is. You shouldn't be in the transfer portal every 6 weeks. If you are, then go back to Sue's. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it be known. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm a one-night stand. They had many one-night stand songs back in the days. We knew what it was. I think there's a better way to handle it, and if we can get there and definitely pass that on to the younger generation some way, somehow. Because I feel like there's a generation that has gotten lost, and I don't even know if we can reach that generation, but we might have to catch the second generation under, to start to right the ship at some point. And it's not going to be perfect. We're not here to be perfect. And like it says, commitment is when you know what you're doing, when you agree to it, you know what I mean? It's consensus, you know what I mean? It's a decision to stay invested and take responsibility, especially when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or uncertain. And I think the uncertain part is what scares people a lot. So we're going to go into Chucky's Cut right now. Go to crowd.live so you can vote. The Keeper Kill List track is D Chorus. You know what I'm saying? He got the power for an hour, and we're going to give him the power for another 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? D9JQC. All right? The name of the song is What Would You Live For? You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how we tied this in because it goes right with our topic. What will you live for? Now let's hear what the song is about.
Get in touch with ourselves right here. For real. I don't think they ready, man. Man, what do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? Money, cars, and hoes. Streets so locked, nigga, ton full of snow. I live to be rich, man, fuck being poor. The world was corrupt since my feet hit the floor. And the hand touched the dough, and I went outside. The devil asked me, shorty, what will you die for? I said, nigga, anything, cause we die for anything. Especially, yo, the color of my skin, smirk or grin. Haters mad, cause shorty got a brand new Benz. Same car he saved up for, the same car he died in. Who could we confide in? As grown men, damn, we can't express our hurt. Moms had to take time off, cause she put her son in the earth. The more she see a grandson, man, the more that it hurt. Had to take time off, cause she couldn't even work. Young shorty don't know what they fucking life worth. Yo, we dying for nothing, living for nothing. When you gone, young man, who gon' help her with this pain and suffering? Yo, what do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. Hey, yo, system corrupt. Half-filled cup, all I need is a little money, dog, to fill her up. Wanna lock me in prison, so hungry I can't pay attention. Like a scientist trying to create my own invention. So still coming back from the war, still on a mission. Don't wanna work for nobody no more. I can work 25 years and still damn poor. Fuck a pension and 401k. You know how much Mr. Bush made, nigga, in just one day? You know how many lives, nigga, got buried away? You think Fahrenheit 9/11 is really a fake? If the country locked down, could they fly away? Why they repress charges when liberty got raped? Why a month of unity, now it's back to hate. Lynch and murder, mace in the face. Gun, drugs, motherfuckers then ruined the beautiful place. Yo, what do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know. What do we live for? What do we die for? Lord, help me, it seems like I don't know.
Okay, the chorus. What do we live for? What do we die for? And it's crazy because this song came in at the 9th hour, so I didn't even get to listen to it before the show, but it ties in right to the topic, you know what I mean, of what do we live for? What do we die for? You know, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? And Al, I like how you brought up that comment about sacrifice, you know. Al, let me ask you this. Can you find happiness in a sacrifice that you really don't want, but you have to do? Y'all can answer that in the chat as well. Can you find happiness in a sacrifice that you really don't want, but you have to do? What you think about that, Wiz?
No.
So here's the thing about happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness is the individual within themselves finding peace where no matter what's going on, they're satisfied with the current situation. And they can still live, they can still do what they want to do, no matter how bleak it may seem. You know, again, that happiness is a special word, and other people can't make you happy. You have to make yourself happy.
How you feel about that, Wiz?
Yes. Yeah, I just said, like, when you asked that question, I said no because of what you said. Because they have to. It's like you got to force yourself to be happy. Happiness has to be natural. To me, it has to be natural. It can't be like, can't be forced into situations because it's like you saying, I want to wear D, right? Saucony's, right? But they only got a size 8. I like them, but I gotta force myself in. I'm size 10 and a half. So I gotta force myself in like this. Oh,
all right, some people cut the back out. I like it. It's a modern day. The Message, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious 5. Shout out to you, D Chorus. Some folks said they like it, man. Yes. I like where it's going, and it's lining up. You know what I mean? We trying to be the modern day Message too, so it's going right to what we talking about. Yes. We want to thank y'all all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? The Behind the Enemy Lines podcast. We talk about relationship for the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we made sure, these topics that we talk about are unisex topics. It's not just what women do. It's what men do in these times as well. And we want to keep men being accountable so we can continue to become better men. That's the goal. You know what I mean? I'm still learning at my tender age of 21. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. You know what I mean? How to become a better man and move forward and do things better. You know what I mean? So the takeaway from today, that if you didn't get nothing else out the show, commitment is a 2-foot in situation. It's not going to always be fun. It's not going to always be easy, but I feel that it's an important pillar to the foundation of your relationship. And when the pretty things fall off a house, if the foundation is still good, you can put the shingles back on, right, Al?
Always.
You can fix the gutters again, right?
Always.
You can replace a door, you know what I mean? But once that foundation is gone, you gotta tear down and rebuild from the ground up. So that's what this whole topic was about today. Hopscotch, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You notice when you're on 1 foot, the foundation ain't as good, you're a little shaky. You put that second foot down, the ground feel a lot more safer, don't it?
Yeah, you're secure.
You know what I mean? You feel secure, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean your relationship is gonna be perfect. There's not no perfect relationship. Doesn't mean you're not gonna have adversity. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you're not going to have hard times, you know what I mean? But the hard times are going to help make you who you are. And that's what you should be looking for, because if it's all easy, and they say it ain't real most of the times, anything that come easy ain't real. I will definitely be on the next episode. I'm going to bang the heat. So people be prepared. Bring the heat. Yeah, we with it. We gonna bring the heat, man. I told you we got a couple folks that Al, I don't know. We might I don't know how we gonna do it, but it's gonna be a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what, man? I was just sitting here thinking, I was listening to what you were saying, and your slogan for the show is, topics about men, but you don't exclude the ladies. I think there's an exception to that rule, because the show is fabulous. But one thing that you do want to exclude, the cowboys and the cowboys.
Yes, we do.
Okay? That's what we want to do.
The cowboys and cowgirls, every chance we get, we want to exclude them. We'll take the ladies over them 100 times over and over, all right? So we appreciate y'all. If you're not sure what the topic was about, man, Hopscotch, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Is your relationship failing because you only have 1 foot in? You know what I mean? And 1 foot out. Come on. It's time for you to put both feet in and really commit to doing what you need to do on your end, all right? So you can see if this is where you want to be. We're in 2026. Everybody's protecting their peace, but is anybody protecting their relationship? Everybody's healed, but nobody can commit. You know what I'm saying? So are you really healed? Go back, man. Are we talking about, hopscotch, you know what I'm saying? Dodgeball, which brought up? Dodgeball and what else?
Dodgeball and Ring Olivia 1,
I ain't hear that one in years, you know what I'm saying? And
that's what, because you had to turn your back on the person and they person comes.
Commitment. If you don't know the word commitment, all right? It's not what you do when things are easy. It's what you do when they're hard, you know what I mean? And being honest in those times. BHLFamily52@yahoo.com. If you have MP3s and you want to get on an artist independent segment. If you want to send in topics, if you want to be a co-host or host on the show, reach out to us if you're skilled enough. If you got a program you want to talk about, if you have a product you want to talk about, if you have a topic you want to talk about, reach out to us. You can find us everywhere. IAXIS Radio app, download it now. You can hear music. You can hear all the new shows and all the new podcasts that we got going on. If you want to follow me on social media, it's Gatekeeper718 on everything. Tyrone Green on Facebook. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at WIZZ Mr. 248 on IG, WIZZ on Facebook.
Yo, where's the playoffs is going on? Dak is on in Cancun.
Hey.
Clock it, great show. We appreciate you, Taliga. Taliga, you had some really good aspects too, man. Like y'all as the people is why we don't have another co-host on all the time. You know, the interaction with you guys is what helps the education ball move. So thank y'all all for everything that y'all put in and all the time and effort y'all spend to stick around with us and keep things going. Also, I saw Salt Man in the chat. I want to say, Salt Man, thanks for checking in. Behind Enemy Lines, a podcast we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. Next episode is episode 100. So we're going to keep y'all in tune on what's going on. We see y'all in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Peace. 24th. We out of here.
Leader.
I don't even know how I got up off you. I should have stayed home, but I ran into the road. Kept sneaking out, heart being cold. Now I finally understand. It took me a while to turn into this man. I knew I had it in me. Many nights felt empty without you, baby. What would it really be? Another desert storm tearing down every farm. On them nights when it's cold, I'll keep you warm. Word on everything, I put that on me. You'll never feel like you're lonely.
Girl, it's been a while since I told you I love you. And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is tough.